fun.
And who loves you? And who do you love?
Pussy. Wow. There's a great disturbance in the force.
Nibble my ear.
Wow, this is freak out. Give me back my son!
Nibble my ear.
Give me some alcohol!
Live from the new kingdom.
Whoa!
It's the Out Big Dumb Mouth podcast. Now, here's your hosts, Midnight Mike, Joe, and Rich.
Whoa.
All right. I made a terrible, terrible mistake.
Hey, everyone, welcome back to another fun-filled podcast adventure. Hooray! Yes, my name is Midnight Mike, and Cretched is over there on screen.
I hate this place. Nothing works here.
Nothing works here.
Medications don't work.
Joe is over there, too, from somewhere deep in the heart of Texas.
Go back to work.
Indeed. It's very dark in here right now.
Yeah. Deep in the heart of Texas. You might have to pull that microphone up a little closer to you so people can hear you, but I don't know. Once the music fades down, I think everything will be fine.
Yeah, tell that music to shut up.
Cretched will let me know if Joe is not loud enough or too loud. And I'll get Cretched's images up on the screen. There we go. I'm a little sick today, people. Apparently, it's been going around. I thought, thank God I didn't get fully sick on my trip just a couple days after, and immediately when I go on call for work, did the virus, whatever I have, kind of get me. It got me, and so I am sick. I'm gonna do my best here.
I have a constant sore throat, swollen glands, fevers. My muscles ache and are weak. I am totally exhausted all the time.
It is feeling like that right now.
Is it because you guys had pangolin when you were in Portugal?
It could
go to
be
a wet market.
We went to like some market, various markets, so I could have got sick there.
I have heart palpitations. I can't concentrate. I forget things. I get confused.
Yeah, it is true.
I forgot. I did Google this once, but what is a pangolin? And the first thing I think when I see it is not, I should eat that.
Wow, it's delicious.
That's maybe one of the last things I would think.
Maybe you just weren't hungry enough. Like the old saying, you don't go shopping when you're hungry, and so maybe you just weren't hungry enough because you make bad decisions. Like you were all full when you started looking at pictures of pangolins, so they weren't very appetizing.
Yeah, it might be that. Yeah,
maybe.
I mean, how would you even prepare this thing? Cratchit, could you pull one of them up on screen? It looks like
somebody eating a pangolin or just a picture of a pangolin?
No, just a pangolin. It looks like
looks like nature's mistake.
Yeah, put it up.
It's a pine cone. It's like a squirrel and a pine cone had a baby.
Let's find one. Let's take a look at one right now. There it is. Okay. Oh yeah.
I like to eat. No.
It was racist to say COVID came from China, but it wasn't racist to say Chinese people eat these.
Yeah.
I sure am hungry.
It's so weird.
I mean, if you're in dire need, there's nothing else around. Sure, put it on the fire, like skewer it. Maybe if you put enough butter on anything, it could really help coat the taste, all the bad taste. So I don't know. To each their own. Different cultures, Joe. Different cultures.
Different cultures. Maybe there's a recipe for it.
That's what it's missing. Has Gordon Ramsay cooked one of these things up yet?
Short Fuse in Discord is saying, is your first thought to fuck the pangolin? It's a pine cone. I don't think so.
Where's the cabbage?
Be right below eating it.
It does kind of look a little bit like cabbage.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Yeah, put lamb sauce in that thing. I bet it would go down quite nice. Okay, people. Well, it is officially Wednesday. And let's see what we got over there with some Alex Jones clips of the week. Come on. Alex
There's
Jones.
a bucket load of them in there.
Do we? Are we back We're log jammed on this stuff.
Log jam.
But we are. This is a log jam.
Need to have a couple of prunes. Get that flowing.
When was our last show, Christian?
Last show was 4 days ago, but it was the 20th of December.
The 20th. So, okay.
So it's going to be the 16th of December you have to go back to?
The 18th, I guess. Okay. Here we go. And he actually put notes in there where we left off. So thank you, Gitz. Big time.
Oh, careful. I snuck some Trump stuff in there, so be careful when you're running down.
That's all right. We need new Trump clips every now and again. He's up to shenanigans, and we got to document that. Let's try the first one right here.
And this is your penis. Give me money. I don't care if they got a video of him sucking on a ding-dong. I want my own ass. I want to get in bed with you. Oh, I do woodworking in the garage. Oh, you want a penis? Here. I oil paint on the side. Who comes up with what Alex Jones says? Who gives Alex Jones his orders? Who wipes his ass? Alex Jones. Who writes Alex Jones' checks? World War IV is happening right now in Latin America.
There we go. There we go. This is all
Can you bring those up a little bit when you're playing them back? They're a little low.
They're a little low? Okay. I'll bring those up. That was all pre-Christmas. He was just ramping up for Christmas time right there.
I like him doing hobbies out in the garage.
Oh, yeah. He likes to do things in the garage. He likes to paint walls, all that kind of stuff.
He also cleans up the garage.
Yeah, he does. He likes to do various things in the garage. So I don't even know where I have that stuff at, his garage stuff. But
use the search engine. That's what it's there for.
Yeah. Well, we're doing Alex Jones clips a week. I'll find it. Here we go. We're doing Friday. Here we go.
I'm not a talk show host, as all of you know. Let me get into Ben Shapiro. Oh, you raped a bunch of women? Now you kidnapped one and held her for 6 days? Yeah, no jail time. Oh, you raped 5 kids? It's all right, no jail time. Rape. Suck his wiener. Be on Rumble. You are going to turn into Bud Light.
You are going to turn into Bud Light. Okay.
What's your process for pull? Like, do you pull like 1 or 2 of these every week, or are they just kind of ephemeral?
Gets the producer of this segment. He has a script that he runs over, I believe, Alex Jones transcript, and he has certain keywords. He looks at the transcript
of the entire show, yeah.
And so he has certain keywords that he looks for, and the script makes the decision and pastes them all together. And so, yeah, it happens every show, and we have the montage and then the individual clips. Are you looking for certain keywords possibly for him to look for? We could add that. I think sometimes he also...
There's just a lot of talk of garages and rape. I'm not sure what's going on in there.
I think sometimes he also listens live, and then he makes decisions whether or not that is appropriate for the show, like names or weird stuff. It's hard to automate everything entirely. He has to do some groundwork, and that's what I think he does. So, here we go. We're going to go do Monday.
I don't like doing this. Instead of doing Hail Marys, you say 5,000 Jews. It's a big gay pickup event. Oh, there's all this partying at it. Oh, yeah. The original Paul Revere was Paul Revere. They're all gay. They're all using drugs. We found Dad's Playboy magazines. What's going on here? William Cooper was the original Paul Revere, not Alex Jones.
Yeah, okay.
Where'd he get the J gun from?
I don't know. He found it, though. These are all going in the fun pack, that's for sure. Then we have Tuesday from the 23rd.
I want that for a ringtone for all my instant messages on Teams.
He put notes in here that there was Alex Jones decided to rebroadcast on Christmas Eve and Christmas. Slacker. But
yeah, what the hell?
He did do the 23rd. Here we go.
And I can sit here and rape my listeners. I mean, that is crazy. I'm on Fort Huachuca, and I go on a secret skiff base, and they're all there playing. And I just remembered, Erica Kirk was there, too. I've been offered up to $3 million a month to rape the living hell out of you. Oh, my God, that's pure crap. Oh, my God, that's pure bull. Oh, my God, that's deception. The guy you're talking to is a total kook. The new Q is Candace, Queen of Q. We're just going to move on to the next bullshit story. Yeah, totally unrelated, says Mike. You jumped the sharky warky. You son of a bitch. You got paid off.
That's what a lot of people are saying about Alex Jones right now, especially with everything that's going on with ICE. They're accusing Alex Jones of being paid off or sidling up to the globalists and big government, but maybe we'll get to that later.
Yeah, I think when Tim Pool and Alex and all these guys, Cat Turd, everybody's going after Tucker and Cam and Laura. If you're on the same side as Laura Loomer, you need to like take a moment, take a walk.
Yeah,
go to therapy, something.
Like I can see some points here, but it's a little too much, guys. It really is. But maybe we'll get to that.
Pool like really had a crash out. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, with over Candace Owens. Yeah, he crashed out big time. I don't know if he was doing that to kind of go into
Don't you dare give him any grace with this.
Well,
he got paid to do it, and you like he's ashamed of himself. Is my thought.
You mean to go after Candace?
Yeah, he's getting paid. He's on the $7,000 train.
Oh, I could believe that. No, I meant it was like a radio work, as in like this is a radio war, and you make money from radio wars. I don't know if he was genuine about it or not. Probably not. But he knew it was going to create ratings and attention. Yeah, it was a work. It's a work.
Yeah, because if you're you got the blue check on Twitter, engagement gets you paid too. So yeah.
Yeah,
every direction he's raking it in.
Classic Howard Stern versus Opie and Anthony radio war. It's good for everyone. Ratings go up across the board.
Indeed.
But let's fast forward a little bit and go to the 26th. Here we go.
I was ordered by Tim Walz to do this to blame Republicans. Show me the Easter Bunny screwing Santa Claus. So, F you all. Well, I'm not going to hold my breath, Cupcake. You said you saw Santa Claus screwing reindeer. You saw the Easter Bunny playing an organ.
Just a quick one right there. And here we go. We're going to go to the 29th.
Camera malfunction. Those happen, my friend. I don't care. I live in a van under the bridge. I like gardening. I like washing dishes. I like doing laundry. I like cleaning the garage. I'm vindicated. I've been proven right. Blah, blah, blah. What's that phone number? Let me call that. You dumb witches.
More garage talk. More garage talk, Crashout. Yeah.
Today we're going to clean the garage.
Yeah. Here we go. Then we're going to go to Tuesday, the 30th.
Let's go out and have a party, and I want you all to stab me to death. The giant 40-ounce ribeye with the baked potato fully loaded and an iceberg wedge salad and a huge iced tea with lemon. I mean,
nice.
it is. And peppercorn sauce. This is crazy. This guy's a crazy man. Ugh, get off screen, please. I said get it, but I don't want to see it. You may find the one with the blood. I'm about to throw up just for the memory. What does a snow job mean? Pull it up on screen, people. You know what a booby is? And I did have the enchilada, spicy chili plate, cheese enchiladas with chili con carne, large bowl of hot chili, and I went all whole hog back then. I also had their macaroni and cheese. Okay, I'm really getting hungry now.
Play the fade out clip. So we have so many more left of these clips, Gretchen. I don't know if we can get through them all today. There's just too many.
Nope.
No,
keep doing
I think people are hungry for the for the
Okay.
AJ.
All right. Okay.
I am.
We'll do the 31st. Here we go.
There's a lot of probing going on here. There's a lot of forces built up. We're going to kill Charlie Kirk. Yay, we killed him. What the hell does that even mean? That's retarded. You scumbag pedophile Israel. No, we don't care what he did. It's all made up. It's AI. Just...
And then he took some, I think he took a couple days off. He came back for the new year. But Crashout put in a Trump weightlifting story.
Yeah, so there was a Trump was at some event. He was doing this thing where he tells a story and does little voices. And so I have just the whole raw audio in there, and then Jix did a couple of little clips there right below it.
I think it's worth it. Here's a weightlifting story.
And you see, I want to be more, but I have somebody watching. I want to be more effusive. I want to really, But she gets it, and
oh my God.
Drops the thing, walks off the stage crying. Her mother's crying, her father's crying. Guy gets up. He said, have you lifted before? A little bit. And he walks up. Bing. He could have gone ding, 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 ding. I think it was 112 pounds, right? It's crazy.
Okay, that's good. Then here's some gets rework.
Have you lifted before? A little bit. He could have gone ding, 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 ding. I think it was 112 pounds.
It was a good, quick story right there. This is some good. This is good to be said.
Some good Trump grunts in there. Yeah.
Good sounds from Trump that I'm having fun with.
You could put him and Rogan.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna download that right now. I gotta know. This.
By the way, you were running that damn Rogan clip during a Rogan clip, and it kept tricking me.
Yeah, I run Rogan during Rogan in order to double Rogan.
Right.
I resent that whole, like your whole streak with that, because there are some guests I really want to hear on Rogan, and I'm just like, I can't.
Right.
Well, sorry to ruin for everyone, but we have to get to Alex Jones clips of the week, the 2nd of January. Here we go.
I'm a sexual tyrannosaurus. That sure escalated quickly. That's hang-up time. The UN said, we finally got the world ID. It's happening. When does it become public that we're in World War IV?
There we go. When are we in World War IV? We don't know. Yeah.
We are in World War IV.
Yeah, we're in it right now.
We're in World War IV.
Okay. Then we're going to the 5th. Here we go.
And most analysts say we're already in World War IV. They call the Cold War World War III. But this will be a big, fat, kinetic one. So we're already in World War IV. The question is, will it continue to escalate? He looks like he's having an orgasm, like he was relieved. She's like, oh, they're like, oh, relief. I'm like a monk. Listen to this bitch.
That's an evergreen. Keep that one at the close reach there.
Yeah, and we're going to go to the 6th. Here we go.
Are you retarded? It has farts. Well, you fart too. Did you know there was a book written in 1997? Erica Kirk and all these other people aren't even human. They're biological robots. Erica Kirk is a robot. They're AI. My dad was the Zodiac killer. And oh my God, this is ridiculously proven. She's the bot queen, riding in like the whore of Babylon on the back of bots. That's gross. That's in Wired magazine.
So I want to comment on that.
All right, yeah.
Because I have been listening, just completely compelled by what Candace is talking about, what she's discovering. She does bring receipts, but when Alex Jones mischaracterized her robot thing, like she was saying that these people are not human and that there's some kind of programming in their heads that makes them behave in this way. Like when they threw this giant party at Amfest and they supposedly brought the tent that Charlie Kirk was shot in, either way, it was one of the tents that they brought to the events that Charlie Kirk would do those question and, change my mind type deals. And so people were taking selfies in the tent. You got Erica Kirk coming in like a WWE, wrestler with the fireworks and the smoke. And, it's just like her comment, Candace's comment was like, there's something wrong with these people that they would even pull this off. So to hear Alex Jones mischaracterize it in such a juvenile way, it's hard not to assume that he is somehow, he got sued for $1,000 billion quadrillion.
A lot of money, like 1.5 trillion, 1.5 billion. I'm sorry, billion.
He's got 1.5 billion motivations to say whatever anyone wants him to say.
Yeah, and perhaps what Candace was saying, as opposed to using the term bots or robot, a few years ago we called it NPCs. People are just kind of like programmed. They're going with the crowd. They're not thinking too much. They're not doing any independent thought. That probably would have better term to use. But yeah, I can't believe Alex Jones maybe mischaracterized something. It's hard to believe, but
he calls everybody demons and goblins, and no one's calling him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is true.
Even demons,
the
and
goblin.
Goblins. So anyhow,
we are going to go to. Where we got to go? We got to go to. I think we got to go to the 8th. Here we go.
And now he's sucking the weenie of the DHS. I never said that. For like a $10 packet of dewormer, they'll have sex with you. Hey, I tell you what, I didn't bring it in today. There's a couple of them in the glove compartment. Don't bring in the pistol. Bring in my Glock, please. Small one. It's in the glove compartment. I'm an American. Help! I'm going to kill you in D.C. Sorry, go back to the video. I've chased ICE around. I've blocked their vehicles. Oh my God, I could have been killed. Oh, let me in. I'm a doctor. Stabilize your rear deflectors. Watch for enemy fighters. I got 2 marks set. Yeah, that's what's going on. These people are sick. We're going to kill Kyle Seraphin.
That last bit was probably definitely out of context, but who knows? We're going to go to the 9th. Here we go.
F you, bitch. Yeah, you're about to get it. Here's my gun. I'm coming to kill you. I'm going to randomly kill federal agents for no reason. I'm going to kill kids. You're in trouble. I'm going to kill you and your family. Yeah, you want to do something? Kill George Soros. We need to kill George Soros. Kill Kristi Noem. She will hang. Let's go kill the state police. Murder, kill all the feds, kill all the ICE, kill. That's illegal.
You know, maybe Coach Colin was correct that the reason why we can't grow on YouTube is because of this segment. Coach Colin probably had a good point, but this is a fun segment. Here we go. We're going to the 12th.
I don't know what we stand for. And I know I hate hearing about America. It makes me want to throw up. But I got a gun. I'm going to kill ICE. Let's go kill ICE. I have laryngitis. I sent them 300 clips today. I'm a little bit out of control. I'll shut down investigations. Now give me more money. That's crazy. These are weirdos. They all look like space aliens. They look like space aliens because they all have sex with their sisters. They're milking the Somalis, the homeless, the other leftist groups. We're going to kill you. F you and your family. We're going to kill you. Oh, we're so glad Ashley Babbitt died. We hope the worms are eating her eyeballs out. You dumb Americans. Lord. It's your job to work for me. You're my slave now. I'm going to put you in chains. You get out there and you work. You make me my money right now, bitch.
He's getting almost kind of like a wrestler voice because of his laryngitis. And I think it's going to get progressively worse. So here is the 13th. Here we go.
And just sit around and eat popcorn with our thumbs up our patoots. Have you seen the movie Pinocchio? I'm going to drink your milkshake. I'm going to cut your son's balls off. I'm queer. It is sexually transmitted from anal sex. It looks like the anti-vaxxers are right. I got the turbo cancer from the shot. Oh, this is staged. Nick Sortor hired actors. Try to cut the penis off. Well, I mean, Bongino, in my view, is a total joke. You can be a sex worker, too.
That could go in the guidance counselor when you're trying to, like, the last one that comes up.
Let's see here. I get the downloads here. Let me see that one. But they downloaded. Here we go. Hey, I downloaded it. Where'd it go? Oh, I see. It's got to go in my downloads folder. Here we go. Let's see here. Pause and show. Oh, there we go. Right there.
You can be a sex worker too.
Yeah, perfect. Yep, right there. I also like this one too. This is a great one.
Have you seen the movie Pinocchio?
He kind of sounds like a robot there, like that robot guy from South Park. All right, one last clip, the 14th, and then we're going to do some headlines. Here we go.
And I love Joe. Farmers and engineers and pastors and my closing comments. We love you. My laryngitis, as you can hear, it's a lot better. So just you need to get yourself straight on that, Joe. They were defecating in the hallways. It's a cheap shot by Joe. You were at a tipping point. He's absolutely right. Talk about that tipping point, Mike.
Mike, how come you always call into that show?
Well, I like to call in before and after vacation, and I want to touch base. And we're at a tipping point, as mentioned there. We're going to get over there and do some headlines, do some news, try to have some fun. So why not? Let's do it. Let's party.
Let's party.
Let's party. Yeah.
Hey, everybody. I'm gay.
Yes. Oh, well, no. We've got headlines here. And here's a big one. This is the big one. We're coming full circle. This is CNN reporting some outrageous news here. I think No Agenda touched on this a little bit. I don't know if they went on to this side of it, but here's the headline here. And it says, Pentagon bought device through undercover operation. Some investigators suspect it's linked to Havana syndrome.
Oh, really?
So the Pentagon It sounds like they bought a device on the black market
from Temu.
Yeah, they bought it on the black market from some. We don't know who.
Flea market.
We have no idea who sold this to them. But
me.
Oh no, you didn't do it.
Damn it.
But the Defense Department has spent more than a year testing a device purchased in an undercover operation that some investigators think could be the cause of a series of mysterious ailments impacting U.S. spies, diplomats, and troops that is colloquially known as Havana syndrome, according to 4 sources briefed on the matter. A division
and by spent a year testing, like going to random shopping center parking lots and just aiming it at people?
I think so. They have to do live field tests, and that would make perfect sense. Or they found it way earlier than they're suggesting and did test it on their own diplomats and other federal workers, because why not? They can always blame Russia if they need to.
Tell them it was China.
A division of the Department of Homeland Security Investigations. That sounds like it could be a TV show.
New show on CBS.
They purchased the device for millions of dollars in the waning days of the Biden administration using funding provided by the Defense Department, according to 2 sources. Officials paid 8 figures for the device. These people said, declining to offer more specific numbers. Well, okay.
I tell you what, I'll give you $14,000.
He was the second bidder.
Yeah, he's lowballing it on this device. I got one at home already. I just want to back
give you
up.
$8.
The device is still being studied, and there is ongoing debate and, in some quarters of government, skepticism over its link to roughly a dozen anomalous health incidents that remain officially unexplained. Now, okay, so the CNN asked the Pentagon, HSI, DHS for comment. They didn't get anything. The CIA declined to comment. But if you remember at the time, the people who were impacted by Havana syndrome, they wanted someone held to account. They had severe symptoms, and they suffered incredible financial loss. And the CIA basically said, if I remember correctly here, we will pay for your medical care ongoing as long as you don't pursue any sort of investigation or ask too many questions. I'm kind of sidelining it right there. I know they had more wiggle words in there, but the CIA basically offered to pay for all their medical expenses if they just would shut up about the entire thing. And now it appears as though the Biden administration purchased this device. It would be really interesting to find out from who, or is this a way for them to conveniently roll in new technology that they really want to deploy fast? I don't know. So this came out very interesting, and CBS covered that very story as well, and so they want that out there in a big way, and then that comes right on the heels. This story was posted yesterday on CNN. I believe CBS's was posted yesterday as well. But this story came out after this account from Venezuela. Oh, 1 second. Where's my...
Time to milk the chickens.
You're getting a phone call or something. What is that?
Yeah, I'm getting a page. Hold on 1 second. I got to log in and accept a page. 1 second. This is what happens when you're on call and you get paged. The show has to stop. Sorry, people, for 1 second while I attend to this real quick.
Keep in mind the Havana syndrome stuff was also used as cover by the Biden administration, specifically Kamala Harris's party, to claim that they were also attacked by the whatever this device was, because they were all drunk and all drunk and hungover when they were in Vietnam.
Yes, that is true. They were trying. It's
become a catch-all for any sort of excuse for why they missed appointments.
I got to run upstairs and try to find my phone. I have to answer this thing. 1 second.
What do we do?
Let's do mic impressions.
Do you remember when the teacher would go down the hallway because she had to go talk, or he had to go talk to the principal, or there was something going on that they needed to discuss outside, and everybody in the classroom just lost it and went berserk.
I guess. I mean,
They didn't do that at your school?
we go out and steal milk from other classrooms.
Did you? Never heard of that.
You go take other people's milk?
No, everybody would get out of their seats and start goofing off. And at least they did when I was growing up.
Mike, did you fix it? Oh, he doesn't have his ears on. All right, shut up.
Sorry. I think I acknowledged something, so...
We'll edit all this out. They'll never know.
We'll see. We'll see. I just want to make sure that I don't get yelled at by the bosses for not answering the page. It's very important. And I think it's okay here. So, okay. Sorry, people. Had to do this. So, let's transition back over so I can get set and ready. Here we go. So this account from a Venezuelan security guard loyal to Nicolas Maduro is absolutely chilling, according to this Twitter post. And it's pretty fascinating. And it goes on to say, it explains a lot about why the tone across Latin America suddenly changed. I don't know if that's true, but they're claiming that here. So the security guard said, on the day of the operation, we didn't hear anything coming. This is the operation where we plucked Maduro out of his safe house.
Also Maduro, but yes.
Is it? Oh, Maduro. Did I say Maduro? Okay, well,
Yes.
Maduro. So after the on the day of the operation, we didn't hear anything coming. We were on guard, but suddenly all of our radar systems shut down without any explanation. The next thing we saw were drones, a lot of drones flying over our positions. We didn't know how to react. So the interviewer asked, so what happened next? How was the main attack? The security guard responds, after those drones appeared, some helicopters arrived, but there were very few. I think barely 8 helicopters. From those helicopters, soldiers came down, but a very small number, maybe 20 men. But those men were technologically very advanced. They didn't look like anything we fought against before. Interviewer. And then the battle began? Security guard. Yes, it was a massacre. We were hundreds, but we had no chance. They were shooting with such precision and speed. It seemed like each soldier was firing 300 rounds per minute. We couldn't do anything. Interviewer. And your own weapons, didn't they help? Security guard. No help at all, because it wasn't just the weapons. At one point, they launched something. I don't know how to describe it. It was like a very intense sound wave. Suddenly, I felt like my head was exploding from the inside. We all started bleeding from our noses. Some were vomiting blood. We fell to the ground, unable to move. Interviewer. And your comrades, did they manage to resist? Security guard. No, not all. Those 20 men, without a single casualty, killed hundreds of us. We had no way to compete with their technology, with their weapons. I swear, I've never seen anything like it. We couldn't even stand up after that sonic weapon or whatever it was. And then the interviewer just goes on to ask him, hey, how would you advise anybody else to respond to the Americans? And the security guard, according to this Twitter post, said, just give up. And so this gets posted. This makes the rounds. And then the article about the Havana syndrome weapon comes out on CNN, CBS. But and then this story does have some elements of Havana syndrome. I guess sonic weapon, brain disruption, bleeding, disorientation. But it also has different hallmarks. You remember maybe a year or two ago we covered down in South America those 2 armored black armored people, humanoids that came down from the sky and tried jetpack people.
It was in Colombia.
And tried to abduct people, and people thought they were aliens. Other people thought they were a marauding gang with this high technology. That kind of feels like this too. where it is we're deploying advanced technology that no one has seen before, and people think that it's maybe alien or something else. But I know Adam on No Agenda was like kind of downplaying this as like propaganda. I think it's both propaganda and probably true at the same time.
Yeah, there's a part of me that thinks if CNN is saying it and these mainstream CBS and CIA essentially, like, it could just be like them sending signals to any resistant government. And they may have already had a backroom deal, as we mentioned, to get the guy out without any resistance, just go quietly and then spit out whatever article you want.
Yeah.
And it's an intimidation move.
Sure. Absolutely. It was apparently a very clean operation for us. For other people, the Venezuelan security, probably not. But I found that to be very interesting. We're finally deploying some new technology and using it in combat scenarios. And if that is true, that we basically just deployed 20 to 30 special forces and were able to do that, that's pretty impressive. Wouldn't you say, Crasher? Very impressive.
I don't know. You could do it with fewer people, like just one dude.
Yes.
That's how they made it seem like with Osama.
Yeah.
Even though
it is right.
So many reports were saying that the guy was on kidney dialysis and died. The Benazir Bhutto the woman who was the politician Benazir Bhutto, she was saying he was dead, and then she ended up getting murdered, but she was pretty mouthy about it. And she was Pakistan politician, I believe.
Yeah, there's definitely conflicting reports, that's for sure.
But I believe he was dead.
There is possibly something else brewing right now that there's no better tracker for what may be going on when it comes to wartime activity here in the United States than a little something for the pizza index when it comes to what activity might be going on. So here it is. I'll bring this up on screen. You can go to Twitter and follow Pentagon Pizza Report for various pizza-related activities. This is literally for tracking how many orders at particular pizza parlors to track are the workers at the Pentagon staying a little later and they can't go out and get food. They have to work extra long, put in some overtime. Yes. Well, according to the pizza tracker here, various pizzerias nearby the Pentagon are reporting an above-average amount of traffic. So keep that in mind.
Pizza time!
It's pizza time, and it's happening right now. So what's on board for us? We're not going into Greenland right now, are we? So we might. What are we going on the offensive and bombing Iran again? I mean, that could be. Think it's Iran? Yeah.
Huh.
So there was an update about 1 hour ago here saying Freddy's Beach Bar, the closest gay bar to the Pentagon, is not reporting any live data. Usually this occurs when there is no traffic. So Freddy's is, I guess, normal. Then update, Freddy's still low traffic. Extreme Pizza still high traffic. Closest Papa John's is also high traffic. So Papa John's and the other pizzerias are off the charts at the Pentagon, okay?
Pizza time!
So I like this. This is a great metric. I like this. This is crowdsourced. It gives us some indication that some big operation might be happening here in the next few days. You got anything else on that, guys? If not, I can move on to some more headlines. This is kind of fun. All right. I'm not sure if you guys pay attention to this. Have you guys seen these silver prices lately?
Yes, with great interest.
Do you own silver, Joe?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
that's probably the right answer to say here. Yeah. But according to CNN Business, okay, CNN Business, 2026 chaos has set gold and silver ablaze. Trump is threatening to take strong action against Iran just after capturing the leader of Venezuela. His administration is criminally investigating the chair of the Federal Reserve and is taking a scorched earth approach to affordability by threatening key profit drivers for banks and institutional investors. 2026 has gotten off to a chaotic start. This is CNN, by the way. So, maybe they're right. It doesn't. I mean, if you just look at the news, it does seem pretty chaotic. You think that would be enough to send the stock market into a downward spiral. But equities traders are taking most of that bad news in stride. Stocks hit an all-time high Monday, but have fallen back just a smidge since then. Instead, investors have expressed their fears by settling in metal markets, and that metal market is silver, gold, platinum, all that kind of stuff. So silver rose more than 6% on Wednesday, rising above $90 an ounce, and is up 29% this year alone. That's a stunning gain, especially considering silver prices surged 141% in 2025 for their best performance since 1979. So, yeah, it could be a safe haven for a rocky stock market, but also I heard and read that silver is just a better conductor when it comes to transmitting electricity as opposed to like copper. Silver does just as good a job, if not better. What do you think about that quote? What do you think about that, Cratchit?
I'd have to double check. I know gold is a preferred conductor, but obviously more expensive. I think copper is still the preferred one for most interconnects.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, metallurgist. You seem like a metal guy, and I just wanted to kind of get you on board here with this. I don't know a lot about the stock market or the precious metals markets, and so I did buy some silver, a while ago, not a ton, just kind of like as a hedge. It's a good hedge against inflation, and so I was. I don't know if I'm pleased to see this because like my small investment is yielding some stuff. This is an indicator that the dollar's kind of tanking, isn't it? That's kind of what I'm getting out of it. And I did talk to a guy named Charlie about this, and Charlie Robinson said that, yeah, this is not a good indicator. And I trust his opinion on this kind of stuff more than anyone on this show. How about that?
I'm on my way to speak with a guy named Chris.
I talked to Charlie.
Charlie's in the chat right now, so Charlie, chime in.
Yeah, he's very measured. He's not as emphatic and hyperbolic as some of us are.
Yes.
I won't say who.
Well, I will move on here because I really don't have anything else. I just wanted to bring it up. I mean, that's just some big economic news right there. And Trump's going to Davos here to talk to the WEF people, to send very stern messages about our housing and all that kind of stuff. The pro-Trump people really seem to be on board with what Trump is doing, saying that everything that Trump has done thus far in his current administration is to diminish the British Empire and to diminish the WEF and that old elite group. So we'll see. I don't know about that. We'll see what happens in a few days and how his speech goes over at Davos. So let's see here. Let's see, what else do I have on the docket here? So let's see here. I got an audio clip of Al Gore going off. You want to hear Al Gore yelling at people? Might be kind of fun.
As long as it's about the second law of holes.
No, I don't even know if he mentions the law of holes at all. But I'm going to bring this up on screen because it's important to see Al Gore yell just as much as it is to hear him yell. He's very animated in his old age. This must be pre-massage.
Well, he's not able to get those massages.
Yeah, that makes people angry. You ever not gotten a massage? It's horrifying.
Not the kind he used to get.
Here we go.
Our Constitution, written by our founders, is intended to protect us against a threat identical to Donald Trump, someone who seeks power at all costs to get more power. And I understand very well why it is wrong to compare Adolf Hitler's Third Reich to any other movement. It was uniquely evil, full stop. I get it. But there are important lessons from the history of that emergent evil, and here is one that I regard as essential. In the immediate aftermath of World War II, a small group of philosophers who had escaped Hitler's murderous regime returned to Germany and performed a kind of moral autopsy on the Third Reich. The most famous of the so-called Frankfurt School of philosophers was a man named Jürgen Habermas. He described how the Nazis, and I quote again, attacked the very heart of the distinction between true and false. End quote. The Trump administration is insisting on trying to create their own preferred version of reality. They say Ukraine attacked Russia instead of the other way around, and expect us to believe it. At home, they attack heroes who have defended our nation in war and against cyber attacks as traitors.
I don't know. It seems like he's running again. Is he going to run again?
He's probably got a book coming out or something.
No, maybe. He might be running again. I mean, you don't deliver that kind of anger unless you want something. Okay. Well, there's Al Gore. It's always nice to hear from him. I do have a clip of a Chinese person. You want to hear a Chinese person talk about something?
Well, real quick on the Al
Sure.
Gore thing.
Sure.
You mentioned the Frankfurt School folks.
Yes.
I'd love to hear Charlie's take on this, but they are not a good source for information.
Oh, okay.
Aren't they like the communists?
Probably.
School.
They can't always lie, though, right?
They're behind a lot of crazy
Yes.
bullshit, if I'm not mistaken.
It's
critical theory.
It's tough for people to lie 100% of the time.
Yeah, that we could for another time.
Okay. Well, maybe this Chinese person will enlighten us. When a Chinese person speaks, I listen. They usually have some insight. This comes from a podcast. I think this might be the Davy Jones podcast. This is an interesting little tidbit.
From the Monkees?
Yes. Davy Jones, the dead man, the dead monkey. Here we go. This Chinese person, she's going to tell us all about what might be really going on in China.
You are ready for the number?
Yes.
At one point, I projected under 400 million.
What?
So, okay, I should preface this. What is the actual number of people in communist China? And so this Chinese dissident has the entire internet questioning how many humans truly exist after she claims China's population is actually under 500 million. So here we go.
You are ready for the number?
Yes.
At one point, I projected under 400 million.
What?
500 million. Under 500 million.
Under 500 million.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that they have a very similar population to the United States and China?
Yes.
Wow.
There's 1 billion people missing.
And this goes back to what we were saying in the beginning or earlier in the podcast with all of the fake IDs and all of this stuff being found out.
Yeah, there's possibly 1 billion people missing. It's not a demographic question, Danny. It's a mathematical question. Let me ask you. It takes a couple to have 2 children to replace themselves. Right? Think about it.
Yes, 2 children.
If every couple produces 2 children.
The population stinks level.
Right. So, do you know how many children does every woman needs to have in her lifetime in order to triple its population in 50 years?
To triple its population in 50 years, you need to have what? Let me guess.
5.6.
Don't believe the 5.6.
I'll give you the answer because I asked AI. It's a crazy mathematical. If a country needs to triple or grow its population by 2.5 times. Let's just say 2.5 times.
Okay.
Over a span of 50 years.
5 kids?
Each woman, you're right. Each woman needs to give birth on average between 4.5 to 5.5 children.
Incorrect.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, China grew its population officially from 1950. That's when the CCP took over to control. Okay, China's population in 1950 was about 500 million. In the year 2000, 50 years later, China's population was about 1.27 billion.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so it grew 2.5 times, right? From 500 million to 1.27 billion. That's 2.5 times over 50 years. Chinese women did not have, on average, have 5 children because of the one-child policy.
Yes.
Because of the Great Famine. Because of the Great Famine, tens of million people died. Because of Cultural Revolution. So China, from one political movement to another, and then to almost 4 decades of single-child policy, there's no way Chinese women had 5 kids.
Right.
Yeah, Danny Jones has the Joe Rogan style of interviewing, which is very popular to do. But this is a question that I think, not to bring up Charlie Robinson yet again, but I will. I think last
You're going to make him call in.
Yeah, last year he was working on this this very question. How do you track how many people are truly on this planet? You're just going to rely on government census data? What if they're lying? What
Well, we know they're lying openly about how many people are in the U.S. right now because the number, and I believe this one. I mean, you see it just in day-to-day life, how busy things are and all that stuff. The numbers are low by 20 to 30 million people just in the U.S. So they'll say, oh, there's only 320 million. Bull crap. We are easily pushing 375. Just with the amount of, now, how many of those people need to get the hell out? A lot. But they will downplay that number because it raises the same type of question. If you start doing the math statistically, how many people had to have kids? How many kids are being born? And they keep telling us we don't have enough people being born, and yet the population keeps blowing through the roof. They don't want to lean into that. So I would believe this. It's possible in China as well that they have dramatically overinflated their numbers.
And for China, makes sense. And for us, makes sense. You don't want that number to go down, but you also don't want it to go too high. You gotta fake the numbers a little bit. I believe when Charlie and I were talking about this to get accurate numbers, it was very difficult to do. At least from an open source point of view, because we were trying to use AI to analyze possibly satellite imagery or determine how much power consumption is being used, how much power is being used in a particular area. Then you come up with some formula and you can kind of come up with a rough number. But I don't have the rest of this clip to say to see why are they lying to basically double their actual population. Why would they want it so high? Is it an intimidation tactic or is it a form of control? It could be both. So just wanted to bring it up. I thought that was pretty interesting right there. I'm going to throw it over to Joe here in a second. He's going to read you down some headlines that I'll touch on Saturday. I got this a goth guy. I got a clip of a goth guy. This guy's hardcore goth too, and he's totally based. He's total conservative goth, which I never thought I would see, but he's a conservative goth. I'll play him on Saturday. Then a clip from 2019 from Project Runway, which is pretty kind of weird predictive programming when it comes to COVID. And then some UFO news. Got Billy Corgan UFO news, and then a bizarre story from Lemmy from Motorhead and his bizarre alien encounter. So I'll talk about all that on Saturday. But until then, we're going to go over to Joe.
This is great.
Oh, you gotta make it so dramatic.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, God.
I like to punch it up a little bit.
Punch it up.
Give people something to look forward to.
Let's see. I had another one of these, but it's just more AI fun, and maybe it's visual, so I don't know if you want to go through it.
Well, I like visual things. I'm a visual person.
See if you can identify all the people in our. I just these things are getting out of control. I love it.
So, do you have to play the audio with this, or can we just look?
I don't think so. It might even be like something that gets you.
Oh, so this video has been going around just for people listening at home. This is an AI of, it looks like the devil going around taking selfies with people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's one of Bush around Bohemian Grove and the Rothschilds and everything.
So, like this first one, if we can just go through it. It looks like it's the devil taking pictures with King Solomon, and then the Knights Templars right here, or is that the Crusaders? Maybe it's tough to know.
Some of them I couldn't identify. Some are more obvious. Yeah.
So in the background of this one, there's devil taking a picture with Baphomet in the background, but then a Crusader Knight in the foreground who's really getting a selfie with the devil. So that's interesting. Yep. Then devil moves over, and it looks like, he's at a Masonic temple. I don't know who that guy is. Could be John Mason himself. And then he is taking, the devil's taking a picture with, who's this guy? Is this, it might be Harry Houdini? Maybe? I don't think so, but maybe. Or is that a very young occultist? Oh, God, who's the famous occultist, Cretched, who summoned people? Crowley. Is that Mr. Crowley right there? I don't know.
It's more likely, for sure.
Okay. And then the devil moves
Looks
back.
like the dude from the Spider-Man movies.
That could be. Yeah, it could be the guy from Spider-Man Homecoming, Tom Holland.
No, the other guy, the guy who's like 147 years old and he played Spider-Man. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. What was his name?
Maxwell T. Cropog was his name, class of 44.
Yeah, that's what. Okay. Then the devil moves outside to Holland, and he gets a picture with some old Chinese lady. Mm-hmm. And he goes through. Then he's at the cult of Thelma. I think this is Crowley right here. So he's at a cult meeting. Okay. And then the devil's taking a picture with George W. Bush Jr.? Or is that senior right there?
I think that's, the second one, and he's at Bohemian Grove.
Yeah.
It looks like it maybe even
mistakes
morphs.
were made here.
Yeah. It looks like it maybe even morphs.
Okay, let's see. He's more, okay, then the devil, they go to Bohemian Grove, because that's what like the party.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then the devil moves and takes a selfie. Where's he going to now? I don't know who these people are. Who is that?
It's all the streaming is behind, so I have no idea.
Okay, well, some woman probably doing spirit cooking. I'm assuming a spirit cooker.
But I'm just wondering, who are the people who put this together? And you do get senior and junior. That's how that that one goes. And then you've got the spirit cooker girl, and then I think that's Rothschild with her. You have Jimmy Savile.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You have Klaus Schwab and von der Leyen, and then you have Yoel Harari.
Oh, there he is, Yoel. Yeah.
Yeah, you got all and then
Soros.
You got to have Soros in there for sure.
Yep.
And then Gates with the needle, which I think is great, in front of the Planned Parenthood.
Yep.
Whoever did this has this very esoteric view that's, rooted in a lot of real stuff. And so I just am so impressed by all these things. And you see it with Moses going through, Egypt and everything. And it's just kind of I'm just impressed. I'd much more rather watch things like this than the kind of crap you get on Netflix or whatever.
Well, I'd like to know what AI generator they use to do this, because there's no Sora logo on the side. I guess I'm not all up on the latest AI video generators, but this looks damn good.
It looks damn.
That's George Soros.
Yes, we know.
Let's get his autograph.
A little later.
It's Jeff Goldberg.
So basically just random. This Real AF podcasts, have you been getting these in your algorithms? I get these.
No, I don't think I have.
So this is the ANCAP part of me that wants to bring this up because he gets it and he gets very, talk about emphatic. Like he's
Is this the
he's
Andy
a real
Frisella?
no bullshit type of dude.
Okay. Were you saying Cratchit?
This is Andy Frisella, I think.
Yeah, I think that's his name.
Okay.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look and see what's going on.
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay. I'm going to bring him up on screen. No one be scared, okay?
Talk to people about taxes, they always jump right to income tax and they pretend like that's the only tax. That is not the only tax. You are taxed everywhere you turn, everywhere you go, everything you do, everything you buy, everything you sell, everything you own at all times. And that doesn't even account for the taxes that you pay for that are upstream. For example, when companies make products and they're taxed at a heavy rate, okay, those products are already taxed. Then they're taxed again when you sell them. Then they're taxed again to you, and you cover that fucking cost. And even though that might not be a tax, it still is a tax because it raises the cost of what you have to pay to have goods. And our tax system is nothing like the tax policy that this country was founded upon. It's not even close. So we have a very corrupt government. We have a bunch of thieves. We have a bunch of fucking criminals who impoverish us and steal from us and take from us every day under the threat of violence. And then we are told we were a fucking free country. What free country is held hostage by their own government to pay money so that they can fucking take it and do whatever they want and obviously enrich themselves? Because that's why these people go from, $126,000 a year salary to being worth $30 million in 2 years. And then in 10 years, they're worth $400 million. Where do you think that comes from? That comes from you. That comes from me. That comes from all the people that you know. That comes from your neighbor who's struggling to make his ends meet. Okay? And until you guys, like we've said on the show, start to mirror the outrage that you hear on shows like this, nothing will change. When we talk to people about taxes,
yeah, with all the stuff coming out, with all the fraud and basically just fleecing the taxpayers, all the scams being exposed for charities and NGOs, is it reaching the normal people, like the level of fraud? I don't know if it is, or they don't believe it.
Only for Somalis. They get in on it.
Okay.
It's interesting because as I hear it now, obviously I'm subjective. I've been in this forever, but I feel like he has a sizable audience, and I feel like more and more I've seen a lot of stuff about 2026 tax revolt. I was saying this stuff back when Obama was president. We should just not file taxes. We should just not participate. Just we're done. And
Let's
so
do it.
the zeitgeist is, people are starting to think like maybe it's time we just call it. And the peaceful way to do it is just be like, I'm not participating. Whether you owe me taxes back or whether I owe you taxes, I'm just not doing it. And that's who I'm voting for, is none of you, because you're just going to take it. And I think he's right. And, we've probably all come to this conclusion that, say you buy a car, all the taxes get built into the cost of the car, but then you buy the car, you pay taxes on the car, you pay taxes for the roads, taxes for the gas, taxes for all the parts that you need to replace it with. And then when you sell the car, you get taxed on the car, and the person who buys the car gets taxed on it again. So it's just completely wild if you take one, purchase and think about the number of, people who are siphoning off money for themselves. And then you get, like, obviously for as long as I've been saying this, I hear things that were like, government is benevolent, and what would we do without government, and where would the roads come from? It's like, I don't know, I'll figure it out.
It is. We're at a weird point where now that the people that are protesting, like protesting ICE, the more liberal leaning ones, they're now understanding like the Second Amendment. Like I see that online quite a bit. Like, oh my God, the Second Amendment, we need to arm ourselves. And also not not too long ago, I saw stuff online. It's like, why are we paying taxes to this corrupt government? Like, it was always corrupt. They just think now that Trump's in charge, it's even more corrupt. It's like, why are we paying taxes? Like, there is common ground between these way separated groups of people, at least when it comes to certain issues. I guess it depends on what the catalyst is for that issue.
Well, and that's why a lot of people speculate that the Venezuela thing and the ICE thing, you got to pop off on these, because as soon as you start going, hey, we're all getting screwed here, and then you look at who's doing the screwing, that's not good for the screw people, the people doing it.
No, the screwer, it's not good for them. The screwy is becoming very aware.
That's right. And then as soon as the screwy becomes aware, then you get like George Floyd and stuff like that. So,
real quick, I'm going to play this 12-second clip of Trump for you, Joe, to get your opinion.
That at some point in the not too distant future, you won't even have income tax to pay, because the money we're taking in is so great, it's so enormous, that you're not going to have income tax to pay.
So he said that not but a week and a half ago, zero income tax. Do you think it's just a fantasy? Do you think he actually means it? Who's he really talking to with this zero income tax stuff?
I mean, I think he's hamstrung by a lot of stuff. I think like his strike in Iran to take out the nuclear thing was kind of the half step. The mother of all bombs in Syria is this half step. Whoever's pushing him to do this stuff, he's like, I'm just going to do it a little bit. But the things he really wants to do, like Doge and use tariffs to pay for the government, like those are all noble things that I bet he probably really wanted to do. He said it as far back as on Joe Rogan before he won. And it is actually how the government sustained itself largely before the Federal Reserve and all that stuff came into play. So,
right.
And the idea that, I mean, it's just absolutely sick. Like, you think about the income tax, that was supposed to be a temporary thing, you know, and it was just going to go away, and it was only going to be, levied on the rich.
Just a little
and
bit.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's never going to go away. They're never going to, it's like the boiling frog thing has been going around the conspiracy world forever, but it is literally what they're doing. They're like, if they're going to think about COVID. I mean, there was a part of me that was like at a certain point, and it was pretty early on. I was like, they're just giggling in some room somewhere. Oh my God, they're standing 6 feet apart. Can you believe it? You know what we should do? We should tell them you could eat outside, but only while you have to take your mask off when you're outside, but you can come in with a mask. You know, and they're just like, they're fucking doing it. Oh my God, check it out.
Well, it feels like the frog has been boiling for so long that it's basically just like an oil slick on the water now. There's no frog left. It doesn't feel like there's a frog left to boil.
Exactly. Like they beat a dead horse, and now it's just a pile of blood and hair, and you can't tell what the hell this was. Yeah, anyhow, I just thought that was interesting. The other thing I'll share is this. We may have talked about this before, so if we have, go ahead and we can move on, but it's kind of like the prison experiment and some of these other ones where you kind of learn a lot about human nature. And I feel like as we lose the narrative on, don't hate me for saying it,
oh boy,
Israel and the Zionist project, as that narrative slips out of their fingers, you know, there was a point in our history, it could be anything actually, like even like vaccines and, you know, they aren't spraying things in the air. It's really just like, I don't want to be the guy saying it, so I'm just going to say and believe, you know, I'm not even going to entertain the thought that's coming from all these crazy people. And this is the kind of mind control stuff that our taxpayer money went to.
All right, let's take a look at this. This is the Asch conformity experiment. Wow, this sounds like something I want to join. Second here, let me get this going. Here we go.
But an experiment is not a public opinion poll. It examines behavior under the pressure of social forces, as the experiment of Solomon Asch reveals.
The experiment you'll be taking part in today involves the perception of lengths of lines As you can see here, I have a number of cards, and on each card there are several lines. Your task is a very simple one. You're to look at the line on the left and determine which of the 3 lines on the right is equal to it in length. All right, we'll proceed in this order. You'll give your answer.
Only one of the people in the group is a real subject, the 5th person with the white t-shirt. The others are confederates of the experimenter and have been told to give wrong answers on some of the trials. The experiment begins uneventfully as subjects give their judgments.
2.
2.
2.
2.
2. 2.
3.
3.
3. 3.
But on the 3rd trial, something happens.
2.
2.
2.
2. 2.
The subject denies the evidence of his own eyes and yields to group influence. Asch found subjects went along with the group on 37% of the critical trials.
I love it.
But he found through interviews that they went along with the group for different reasons.
1. 1. They must be right. There are 4 of them and 1 of me. 1.
This subject's yielding is based on a distortion of his judgment. He genuinely believes that the group is correct.
1. 1. 1. 2. 1. 2. 2. 2.
I know they're wrong, but why should I make waves?
2.
In this case, the subject knows he is right, but goes along to avoid the discomfort of disagreeing with the group. Here, the distortion is at the level of his response.
2. 2. 2. 2.
In the previous experiment, the naive subject stood alone against the group. In this variation, Asch gave the naive subject a partner, here seated in the 3rd position, who also gives the correct response.
1. 1. 2. 1. 2.
With a partner, yielding drops to only 5% of the critical trials compared to 37% without a partner. Although subjects report warmth and good feeling toward the partner, they typically deny that he played a role in their own independence. The partnership variation shows that much of the power of the group came not merely from its numbers, but from the unanimity of its opposition. When that unanimity is punctured, the group's power is greatly reduced. Sometimes we go along with the group because what they say convinces us they are right. This is called informational conformity.
I have to do it.
But sometimes we conform because we are apprehensive that the group will disapprove if we are deviant. This is called normative conformity. The strength of the normative factor is shown in another variation carried out by Asch. In this variation, the subject is told that because he had arrived late, you would have to write his answers. Subjects in this private response experiment are exposed to the same amount of misleading information as other subjects, but they are immune from any possible criticism by the group.
1. 1. 1.
And this enormously reduces the pressure to conform. Conformity drops by 2/3. Asch's experiment is a classic. It reveals how people will deny what they see and submit to group pressure. It allows us not only to observe conformity, but to study the conditions that increase or reduce its occurrence.
Nibble my ear.
So, well, I'll pause. Thoughts?
I think that's very enlightening, and it definitely shows how important it is for authorities to have a uniform message, and in any deviation has to be shut down. COVID is the big one in recent times.
Yeah, indeed, and so a lot of it is COVID. Thank goodness they pulled it, because I think a lot of people kind of woke up to like, whoa, if they're capable of, like, it's a worldwide narrative control, all guised under the, health and safety. Like, it's for you're going to kill grandma.
Yeah.
You know, and you better take the vaccine. I don't want to be the one who's not taking the vaccine. They're going to think I'm crazy. And what if I die of COVID? It's like the pressure campaign is all there. It's a lot of that is, even the Bellini drinking liberal women, in the rich neighborhoods who will never have to deal with migrants or, fentanyl and anything like that. If they say anything positive about Trump, they aren't coming to brunch.
No.
Next weekend. In fact, they're getting unfriended on Facebook straight away.
Yeah, that's the tactic. And that's a relatively new tactic, is you have to, if you have a family member or a friend who voted for Trump or is in any way somewhat favorable to him, just unfriend him, kick him out of your life, cut him out of your social circle, and basically shame him until he changes his mind and begs for forgiveness.
Yeah. I think it's kind of this microcosm of what we see all the time. I think some people are, our people in the conspiracy world are probably way more aware of this. The people who are completely beholden, and they're in this hypnosis, the last thing they're going to do is admit it. I was one of those people. I think a lot of us were one of those people who just we went along with it. How could I be wrong? Everybody's saying it. And it's a real earth-shattering moment. And I said it on the show many times. That red pill moment for me was kind of terrifying and sad, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, because once you see the world and the way our group and the people in this independent media, once we see it, you can't unsee it. And it's the guy in the Matrix who wants to taste the steak again, because life in the real world is too hard. Like, there's no steak. If you go back to you can't go back to the steak.
But it tastes like steak.
I'm trying to think of that guy's name.
Oh,
Tom Pappard.
Tom Pappard.
It was Tom Pepper. Yeah.
No, it was Joey Pantalones.
It could have been him.
It was Joey Pants.
Yes, it's Cypher.
No, Cypher, but the actor who played him.
The character is Cypher. I don't know who the character is, what the guy's name is.
But yeah, people do it is easier. And now with social media, there's so much disinformation out there. Let's
play that clip, by the way, because it's a good metaphor.
Okay, let's do it. You got it over there?
I think I put it in there. Yeah.
Okay, let's find it. We'll put it up there.
Let's get a copyright strike going.
Let's do that. Yeah, let me bring it up on screen so we definitely get a copyright strike by Google. People like that. People like to get the strike. Here we go.
Do we have a deal, Mr. Reagan?
You pump it up a
I
little.
know this steak doesn't exist. I know that when I put it in my mouth, the Matrix is telling my brain that it is juicy and delicious. After 9 years, you know what I realize? Ignorance is bliss.
Then we have a deal.
I don't want to remember nothing. Nothing. You understand? And I want to be rich. Someone important. Like an actor.
Whatever you want, Mr. Reagan.
Okay. You get my body back in a power plant. Reinsert me into the Matrix. I'll get you what you want.
Access codes to the Zion mainframe.
No, I told you I don't know them.
I think we can cut
I'll
it.
get you the man who does.
There we go.
The metaphor holds. It's like, I would rather be ignorant, and I will sell out humanity just so that I could have this steak right now. I need that Bellini at brunch. What's everybody gonna think?
Yeah, it's pretty alluring, if you have that kind of deal.
Let's do it.
I'm not going to tell anybody. I was a little bit. I had reservations about giving the COVID shots to my infant baby.
Yes.
Oh, you crazy woman! Unfriend.
Yeah. It was tough during those times. There was a lot of social pressure, and from OSHA too. Don't forget about OSHA. OSHA applied a lot of pressure too, thanks to the authoritarian government. Same one that's in power.
They wanted to mandate it. They were trying to find some government workaround where they could force some bureaucracy. It was crazy. It was like 100 people or more, then you have to you need to mandate the vaccine. It's like, who came out? It's the 6 feet.
It was even crazier than that. It was even crazier than that. Yes, it was like if you had more than 100 people at a place of work, you had to mandate the vaccine. But also, it didn't even matter if your workforce was fully remote. I'm like,
I know.
I was remote. It didn't even matter if I got. It had no bearing. But I could not use that argument with HR. You had to use a different argument.
Or you had to get vaccinated, which you did, pussy.
No, I did not.
I know. I don't think
I'm like one of the few people that somehow managed to skirt through corporate America and not get vaccinated.
I was kicking the can when I in my last job. They were like, "Hey, did you? Oh, I got to find my sheet. Oh, I got to and it was going. And then all of a sudden, they sent out a company-wide email. By the way, and it's like that was like a month ago. You asked me.
Yeah.
Am I now not gonna die or kill anybody, even though we're fully remote?
Yeah,
what's going on?
The logic, it just escapes people. And that first video you played of the conformity test illustrates that.
And there's still people who believe it, yes. And that's the thing why we talked about the January 6th and the hypnosis and how do we know it's a psyop? Like, we're red pilled. We're cipher before going back into the Matrix, and I don't know if I can go back. I wonder if there are people are. I'd love to hear from them on Saturday, but they're not listening to this show. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm trying to get back in. They won't let me. They won't let me. I know too much. They won't let me.
It's tough. Anyway, Sam's been on a roll, your friend Tripoli.
Mm-hmm.
And he found this clip, and I knew about this history, but I don't know that we played it on the show. And it's often cited as like America's commitment to free speech. And just an interesting piece of history that I guess wouldn't be surprising to a lot of us.
Okay, let's check it out.
Many of you may remember in February 1979, there was a big uproar because someone by the name of James Gutman applied for a permit to lead a march of Nazis through downtown Philadelphia. Now, eventually, some enterprising reporters did an investigation. You know what they turned up? James Gutman was none other than Mordecai Levy, who worked with the Anti-Defamation League and later split off that to form the terrorist Jewish Defense League. This was an operation that was run by the ADL. They wanted to have a Nazi march in Philadelphia. Why? Because how can they raise money to justify their existence if American Jews don't think there's a lot of anti-Semitism?
Yep.
So what better thing to do than to slap swastikas on a couple of people, lead them on a march through town, and then the next day the ADL comes marching in and says, look, there are Nazis on the streets, you need to give us money so we can protect you. And then on top of that, have a tax-exempt status. This was not a one-time operation.
Yeah, it makes total sense. It does. I mean, you got to generate money somehow.
Absolutely. And the running gag, I so it's whatever you want to call it, on No Agenda was always 6-week cycle. And so it was a way to generate money for the agencies, FBI being one of the chief among them, who we know because of books like The Terror Factory, they indeed do kind of do these setups and set people up, and the Whitner kidnapping. And so for a while, though, it was terrorism and Arabs and everything else. Like, that was the boogeyman. And so they would basically set up these schemes to drive a narrative, essentially. And then it all morphed when Trump came into office, and that's when you get Charlottesville and Patriot Front and all these other things. And you're like, I don't know. Again, it's like once you've gotten the red pill, like, it's immediately just as like, I know what this is.
It seems like everything's an operation at this point. Like, everything is an operation to benefit one cause or another. What is an organic movement? I don't know. It even seems like the ICE stuff, not organic, but also the ICE officers might be heavy-handed on purpose.
I think that there's some kind of an op going on.
There's something going on here.
The more you dig up, like it's fight over camera angles, fight over this, fight over that, and then the more evidence starts to emerge, it's like, from what I can tell, this is a trained protester. They were doing this for selfies and for content creation. And I think, like the people in that experiment, the Asch experiment, you get them to, it's an accelerator. Like, can we get them to do this? The same with COVID. Like, how far can we push these people? And that woman is, it's kind of like I have a news story, but we won't get to it. But Tim Walz continues to kind of try to kick off a civil war, which is, I think, what they've been trying to do forever.
He's trying hard. You got to give him. You got to give him credit.
Yeah, they're using all this stuff, leveraging it hard, because obviously there's a lot of other stuff going on, and people are starting to notice. So, if you're all right with it, I'll try to zoom through a lot of this stuff, because there's a point. This Instagram clip I thought was interesting. This guy's been coming up in my algorithms too. I wonder why.
We're going to find out right now. Oh, I don't think I have it here. Did you post it? I do.
It's the Instagram?
Oh, the Instagram. I see it. 1 second. Okay. Now I got it. Yeah. Click over. Boom. Bow. Bang.
Israel used to utilize censorship, bombing the narrative with their own hero story and positive spins and defenders and arguers. That's largely failed with Gen Z. Like, I don't think anyone buys it. I mean, right now, if I were to say something even mildly positive about Jewish people, I'd be getting comments out the ass saying I took the $7,000. And so when creating artificial support fails, the only other move you have is something called dispersion. Dispersion is done by taking the narrative, taking the discourse, and then shattering it. Break up the coalition that is formed. Both the civilian left and right amongst the very radical and dissident youth is united on this one thing. And so what they're trying to do is they're going to try and exacerbate the divides that exist on other issues. Basically trying to remind us that we're not friends, and trying to remind us that, oh, while we agree on this thing, we actually hate each other on everything else. And while I'm not somebody who thinks that we should sacrifice our beliefs or values, I think it needs to be noted that while these divisions are real, the pushing of it, that's artificial. That's being crafted. Where Israel used to utilize censorship.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think he's spot on. Yeah, he's spot on.
So then I had a clip, and I couldn't dig it up on last show, but Andy Frisella on the Real AF podcast, he was talking about he had the metrics and the numbers of the amount of bots, and that's that whole dead internet theory, that where the narrative control, think about it. I don't know if we played the clips, we probably did, but Israel literally paid people to go and manipulate Wikipedia. You know what I mean? They get a bunch of staff, they hire them, and they're like an army of people. They're not the bots, but they're it's bot after bot, and then now you got this AI and the generative stuff. You can just, and you'd know more about this than me, Mike, but you could literally probably make an AI agent that would go and just correct the history or, the news in real time.
Absolutely. It's not that difficult to do anymore. I mean, they used to do this, and they still do this on Reddit nonstop. The Reddit bots were really good at this, even a decade ago, when they would leave comments or try to correct you, get into fake arguments. The bots have only gotten better since then. And it seems like 70% of people you may interact with or see on Twitter are not real at all.
Yeah. Fark did it first, and we watched that in real time. And it was kind of, at that time, we're scratching our heads. Did everybody just kind of change their perspective on everything? And then they did it to Dig, and Dig was like a goldfish in a piranha tank. They just handed the whole thing over.
Pretty much.
It died almost instantly. It was wild.
Because that was at the point in time where there was a very strong libertarian movement online. And that's where Ron Paul really got his footing. And there was a very strong libertarian narrative. And most internet nerds and hardcore Linux dudes who basically built the internet, they're very libertarian in leaning. They want to be left alone. They just want to make their stuff. And so that lent well to the early internet and propagated up until probably 2009, 2010. And then that's when the switch really hit.
And the interesting thing about Ron Paul, and this used to work at the time, is he was a racist.
Mm-hmm.
He was an isolationist.
Yep.
He was crazy, all of that stuff. He hated the Jews.
Mm-hmm.
It was just all of that stuff used to work. And as we listen to that last clip and we see what's happening on TikTok and why they need to buy it so bad and control the narrative and why that's $7,000. Did we talk about that already? We did.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Oh, you loaded it up, but we haven't talked about it yet. But yeah, essentially it was like, this is why it's so funny to watch all these boomers try to do all the same tricks. And you're like, it don't work no more. We saw in high resolution, you just leveled, every piece of Gaza where people lived. You see the drone footage and it's like, there's no rebuilding. It's gone.
You got to start over at that point. And the article you posted up here on Twitter is that Israel quietly paid influencers on the American right $900,000 to peddle pro-Israel talking points in 2025 and plans to increase spending to $250,000 a month or $3 million annually. I have a feeling that's probably coming from U.S. taxpayers in some way.
That's right. Good. Yes, I'm trying to smush it all back together. So it's you pay taxes, and who do the taxes go to? Oh, that's right, our friend, our closest ally, our aircraft carrier in the Middle East. It's just like that Instagram clip that we just played is like, that's exactly what's happening. That's why Charlie Kirk was shot. It's like you've got a whole there's a certain segment of the generation and everybody coming afterwards that they're terrified is not going to get on board with the program. They're not going to take the vaccines. They're not going to eat the seed oils. Like, they're losing grip, and it terrifies them.
Yeah, it does. And so they're going to lash out with stories and protests and fake nonsense and to get people all riled up. They're all riled up. Yeah, they're all.
And I have clips of him. I could save them for Saturday, but check out this one. We had Scott Horton on early, and you were already over the Israel.
I'm all
thing
riled
back
up.
Then.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily over it. It felt like it was something that was just talked about too much, and there was no more conversation to be had. For me, at least,
dude, it's been ever since October 7th. It's been that.
Yeah.
But you saw he blew up all over the media.
Mm-hmm.
I think you were just like, your attitude, if I remember correctly, you were over it, and it was like, the atmosphere was clear.
There was no conversation. It wasn't like there was a friendly conversation. He came on and gave a monologue, and to me, that's not a fun podcast.
Totally. Yeah, and that's what he's known for. Either way, this is not a clip of him. This is him sharing material.
Okay. Let's do this. Here we go. Get Scotty H up on screen here. Or this is him sharing something. Okay. Do I have to play this clip?
That's the thought.
Okay. I wasn't sure. He's sharing something. So
please.
Here we go.
You will never be able to defeat racism because racism is a mentality and an ideology, right? You can't dictate your way out of how people think. What you can do is you can tell a bus driver in the 21st century that if you tell a black guy to go to the back of the bus, we will haul your ass to jail that night. Yet for whatever reason, when it comes to anti-Semitism, when someone commits an anti-Semitic act, we don't send them to jail. Instead, we get the ADL to say, let's bring them to a Holocaust museum, which A, gives them pretty bad ideas, and B, doesn't solve anything about the fundamental issue that they violated the law. So the way we solve anti-Semitism is pretty goddamn simple, and I'm really besides myself that we don't push for this with all the major Jewish organizations. When someone commits a crime, stop sending them on El Al flights. That will make them more anti-Semitic, I guarantee it. Send their ass to jail. It's not complicated. I don't care if people think that we have horns. I don't care if people think we control the banks. I don't care if people think that we run Hollywood. I don't have them think what they want. What I care is when they throw rocks through the synagogue, and the only response when people throw rocks through a synagogue is prosecute persecuting them, which is why when Claudine Gay, the serial plagiarist at Harvard University, was discriminating against the civil rights of Jewish students, we filed a lawsuit. We took the law into our hands. And I encourage any student, whether you are Jewish or Christian, anytime your civil rights are being violated, hold your universities accountable. For those of us who live in New York, anytime Mamdani violates the law or Students for Justice in Palestine violate the law, stop sending them to Holocaust museums, stop sending them to ADL dinners, send them to jail instead.
There we go. Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
He's got a lot of support there at that dinner, that very nice dinner.
He did, and it's like literally, it's like we're gonna jail him, and then I suppose we can play. It's one of those reaction videos, but it's jail, 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 jail. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Censor, censor, censor. Control, control, control. And when all of that fails, we can maybe look at this clip.
This might have to be the last one. We're at the Cratchit here pretty soon, Joe.
Yeah, I know. This is the last one. Tying a bow.
Okay, so tying a bow on it. Here we go. This is Instagram right here. 1 second. Let me get this going. Bingo. Bingo bongo. Here we go.
And didn't kill Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk's security detail killed Charlie Kirk, and Charlie Kirk's assassin is caught on tape. Blake Bednar has brought us this video. We'll break it down. Take a look at this. Here it is from the wide angle. Watch Charlie Kirk's right side of his t-shirt. Watch the lavalier lapel mic. Do you see it explode? Let's bring it in just a little bit closer. Watch this. Put it in a freeze frame. That is the explosion from Charlie Kirk's lavalier lapel mic. Want to see it again? Bring it in closer. Remember when we told you that that was absolutely an exit wound? Yeah, it is. Check the trajectory of the round that was deployed from that lavalier lapel mic. That went directly from Charlie Kirk's lapel. That went directly from underneath Charlie Kirk's white t-shirt up through his neck and created the exit wound that we told you was an exit wound immediately when we saw that exit wound. First we had exploding pagers. Now we have exploding mics. Do you remember the vector analysis from John Bray? That proves that all of the activity came from the mic that Charlie Kirk was wearing. Remember the palm gun guy in the brown shirt, that shadowy looking guy with the sunglasses? Yeah, he pushes the detonator. Clear as day.
Gang violence. Great.
I mean, the point being, a lot of us have already seen this, but essentially, I think a lot of people are coming to the same conclusion that Charlie Kirk was betrayed. He was definitely turning on Israel. He was asking all the wrong questions. He did it with Ben Shapiro. You know, he was saying that maybe they had a stand-down order on October 7th, which is 100% possible because the way he puts it, Israel's the size of New Jersey. You could take a helicopter from one side to the other, in 40 minutes or whatever. So the reason it lasts so long, and they'll do it. They'll kill their own people just to get that sympathy. So the whole thing is starting to come unraveled. And then when you combine it with Netanyahu coming out half a dozen times or whatever to say, I didn't kill Charlie Kirk or Israel didn't kill him, it's like, you're going to make me go down this road?
You shouldn't have to say it.
I don't want to take the vaccine. I don't want to believe that Charlie Kirk was shot with a 30-06 by some tranny or whatever. Like, I just can't. The stake is not that good. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, there's a lot there. Crasher, are you ready to shine? It's Sparkle
Let's do
shine.
it.
Story time.
That's right. He's grabbing his crotch.
All righty. Let's start with this story.
Okay.
Since we covered the theory that maybe China's missing some people.
Yeah. They are. Well, according to that ex-Chinese person.
So here's a story that basically China is trying to encourage people to get out there and knock some boots.
Okay. We can't even afford to have sex. China's new condom tax draws ire.
Man, I got mixed emotions about this one.
Oh, geez, a condom tax. We probably got those over here in the States. We don't even know it. The Chinese government is testing out a new solution to falling birth rates, making sex more expensive. So wait a second. How is New solution to falling birth rates. They want to make sex more expensive.
They're making safe sex or contraceptive sex more expensive.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's cheaper just to go barebacking. Okay.
Thanks, Mike. Yes.
Okay. I get it now. It's economically in my favor to just not use condoms. Okay. Consumers will pay a 13% value-added tax on contraceptive drugs and products, including condoms, beginning January 1st, as part of China's newly revisited value-added tax law. So people in China, this is already affecting you right now.
Okay.
Those products have been exempted from tax since 1993 as part of China's one-child policy, which heavily penalized families for having more than one child from 1980 to 2015. As the country's birth rates have fallen in recent years, the government has turned to seeking to boost birth rates with a range of incentives and subsidies. Let's just pay them to have sex at this point. Instead of just taxing stuff, just pay them to have sex, and people will do it.
Yeah, they're missing, 750 million people have all gone missing?
It seems like it's pretty crucial to get out there and start banging. So just do it.
But somebody better give me some money!
Yeah, I'm not doing this for free. All right. Still, even as China's population has fallen, contraception has been largely affordable and encouraged, with condom selling for as cheap as 60 cents a condom. I don't know. It feels like it's expensive. How much is a condom over here in the States? I want to say it's cheaper than that. I want to say we can make a cheaper condom over here, but maybe not. Maybe the Chinese can make a cheaper product across the board no matter what.
Well, you can get the used ones on discount.
You can get a used Chinese condom on eBay.
my Temu condom order came by the crate.
Yeah, I bet they do sell. How many condoms can we buy at one time through Temu?
From China?
Bulk Chinese condoms.
Must be from China.
Now on social media, the tax has drawn criticism from some who say it punishes ordinary people, especially singles who can't afford to have a child. Well, who gives a crap about you? You're living in China. And no one. I don't think anybody does.
China people.
China people.
China people.
China people.
Well, this is very, I don't know. It's not concerning. I'm not sure if I care that much, but it does speak to...
Yeah, but they got to make 750 million new people.
Yeah, they got to do it really quickly. So, yeah, the numbers are off. And they're they got to start popping out kids. So, okay. How's this story end? Low fertility rates and women having little desire to marry or have children. Does anyone seriously think it's because condoms exist, because of abortions, because of sterilizations, or this or that? We shouldn't be asking why women don't want to, why they're unwilling or uninterested, wrote one user on Weibo, which is the Chinese app for everything. So, okay. Then they go on to say, honestly, I hope even more women don't want to and don't want to do it. Maybe the pressure that creates will finally force improvements in women's living conditions. Okay. They're blaming the government. And they can't say that over there, but they're blaming the government. So that's good. Okay, interesting. Condom taxes in China. I don't think Trump has condom taxes over here in the good old United States.
Huh.
But we probably do have tariffs on condoms coming in from China.
And there's tariffs on those Chinese condoms.
Yes.
You got a 40% tariff on those.
Which I support. Here we go.
Get people to go to American condoms.
Yeah, if you're gonna buy a condom, buy American. Buy Trojan, which is probably not even American, but
probably all made in China.
It's an American brand.
Stan?
Well, let's go with this one. This one was making the rounds about 2 weeks ago. Go from one style of pork to another. Gonna do that. People upset at McDonald's.
Oh, wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, let's find out why. What's inside the McRib? McDonald's hit with class action lawsuit claiming sandwich doesn't contain rib meat.
I'm upset by this.
There may have been a small portion of the population out there that assumed that it did contain some kind of rib meat. I wasn't one of those people.
That game, I mean, shouldn't technically by definition it should contain the actual rib bones?
We should. We are probably wise consumers. Remember, there was a lawsuit against Subway over their tuna, and it didn't all like their tuna sandwich. It only had like 10% tuna in there, so I can see this. This is about time, I guess. So McDonald's says a federal class action lawsuit claiming that it misled millions by marketing the McRib as real rib from pork distorts the facts. The 45-page complaint filed on December 23rd, just before Christmas, damn, in a U.S. district court.
Merry Christmas, McDonald's.
Takes issue with the product's name and presentation, notably the term McRib and its rib-shaped patty, which they say would lead reasonable consumers to believe that the sandwich includes real rib meat when there is none. Well, I tell you,
the name McRib tested better than the name Mc hot dog meat pressed into patties shaped like rib clumps.
It's hard to market that one. It's not good branding. And remember, there have been class action lawsuits for less. Remember, there's a lawsuit during Halloween last year, a group of people suing, I think, Reese's over the fact that their ghost candies didn't actually look like the ghosts on the box.
Ghost candies aren't scary.
The
I want
pumpkins.
to open the candy and be scared.
I think this might have some legs, or at least a rib. According to the complaint, the McRib is actually made from reconstructed pork, which combines cuts with a shoulder, heart, tripe, and a scouted stomach, none of which qualify as rib meat. It depends on where you go.
It's pressed pork sweeping. It's hot dog meat, basically.
And McDonald's has got some deep pockets for the best food lawyers out there. So let's see here. How's this end up? So still, the lawsuit argues that this popularity makes clear and accurate product descriptions especially important since consumers may be less inclined to examine ingredient details during brief promotional runs. Yeah, no one reads that crap on the commercial. Plaintiffs argue that McDonald's intentionally omits the facts from advertising and menu materials, causing consumers to pay a premium price under false pretenses. Okay. Is it a premium price? Is the McRib like that expensive?
Yeah, how much is a McRib these days? Probably $240. I don't know. I mean, McDonald's has gotten quite expensive.
Yes, it has. When's the last time you
McRib?
When's
probably
the last
your
time
McRib meal. I haven't been to McDonald's in I don't know. Probably early last year. So I'd guess almost a year now.
Probably a few for me.
But I'd guess a McRib meal is you're probably paying $10-12 for that now, which seems ridiculous.
I'm loving it.
Can you even are the McRibs even in season? Do they have season?
McRib price USA.
Yeah, but it fluctuates depending on where you are.
It's going from like $5 to $7. McRib price in China.
Comes free with a box of condoms.
They said McRib is not currently available in mainland China.
Well, why not?
This is bullshit.
You get those people some McRibs, they start humping.
Yeah.
This sucks, and it sucks bad.
Okay. Let's see. Where does it lead off? Plaintiffs are seeking a class action certification for McRib buyers nationwide over the past 4 years and are asking for damages, restitution, and injunctive relief. So I hope they get that relief.
The official ingredients on the McDonald's website says the McRib pork patty, what they call it. The ingredients are pork, water, salt, dextrose, and rosemary.
Oh, right.
They don't say what kind of pork.
Okay.
Stuff we found.
Yeah, it's probably just leftover pork. You can find it anywhere.
So, just be aware that the McRib is not ribs.
Okay. That's good to know.
Really?
Let's see. So last week was CES, the big electronics show, showing off all sorts of new gizmos and gadgets, and also a bunch of nonsense.
All right.
You fucking idiots.
Jeez.
So that was a little brutal.
Yeah, it was.
But, so here's an article that decided these are the things that were the worst in show, not the best in show, not the best items there, the worst items there.
Okay. Well, I like this list. Things to not buy, definitely. Okay. AI Soulmate and AI Fridge take gold in annual Worst in Show Awards at CES Gadget Show. So, okay, here we go.
These computers, I tell you, they just get crazier and crazier.
While artificial intelligence dominated discussions at this year's CES Gadget Show, it's often unnecessary integration into everyday appliances also secured some products the dubious distinction of worst in show. The annual anti-awards, which no tech company desires, were announced on Thursday, highlighting invasive, wasteful, or fragile innovations. Among the recipients of this notorious recognition were an eye-tracking AI soulmate companion designed to combat loneliness, a musical lollipop, and a new AI featured for Amazon's widely used doorbell cameras. However, it was Samsung's bespoke AI Family Hub refrigerator that received the overall worst in show, according to the judging panel for the consumer and privacy advocates. Why was this so bad? Let's see. This is the worst fridge that's coming out. Let me see here. Do we have a picture of this fridge?
Go down to the paragraph starts with a demonstration.
A demonstration. Okay.
It's actually towards the top there.
Oh, so okay. A demonstration. Let's see. A demonstration at the sprawling Las Vegas Technology Expo revealed the smart fridge's limitations. Despite inviting users to command it to open or close its doors, the appliance frequently failed to detect voice commands amidst ambient noise. Gay Gordon Bryan of the digital, that's his name.
Bad for that guy.
Gay Gordon Bryan of the Digital Rights to Repair Coalition criticized the added complexity, stating that the recorded video ceremony that was just part of the complications and reliability concerns Samsung added to the appliance that's supposed to have one important job: keeping food cold. Yes.
Yeah, but I want like a voice activated door, said nobody ever.
Yeah, of course. And then how many eggs do I have in there? Instead of just going over there and looking, you just ask. These are the most BS things. Like, Joe, do you have a smart fridge at this point? I don't want one.
No, I have no reason to want one. But somehow I ended up with a Samsung smart washer dryer.
Yeah. Oh, really? Is it Bluetooth enabled?
Is it voice activated?
It is not. But it will send you
wash
pings
clothes
when it's time to change the dryer. It plays this like absurdly long tone when it's done. But it uses AI apparently.
Okay.
And I got to tell you, it's really difficult. Like trying to find a car that has roll-up windows and a stick shift. Like we had to replace the washer and dryer, and it's like, do they all have to be like,
smart
Jetsons?
I know we were looking at cars that are not smart. It's very difficult to find a non-smart car right now.
My toilet's smart, but I actually wanted that one.
Yeah.
It's got a remote. It's got a heated thing with multiple settings on how to squirt your butt when you're done.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a dryer. You can control the temperature. It's all by remote. And then when it doesn't work, I don't know if I call the plumber or the electrician.
I can't take a shit so bad.
I guess you just call the Geek Squad at Best Buy. They'll come over, clean my shit, and fix the toilet. It's listen. These companies are under pressure to every company is under pressure to integrate AI in some way. Even if they don't, even if the actual engineers don't want to do that, they're feeling pressure to integrate it, and so they came up with the worst ways possible. So that's nice. Among the new features for the Ring doorbell that they talked here. So yeah, The new features, Amazon's Ring doorbell camera system won the Worst in Show for privacy for doubling down on privacy invasion and supporting the misconception that more surveillance always makes us safer, said Cindy Cohen, executive director of the Electronic Frontier Foundation. Among the
Amazon's notorious for immediately rolling over and sharing that information with law enforcement.
Everything. They don't even ask. They give it away. They're not even asking for it.
It's also corporate stuff too. They'll have requests coming from other corporations, not even legal stuff, just asking for it, and they'll just hand it over.
Among the new Ring features is an AI unusual event alert that is supposed to detect unexpected people or happenings like the arrival of a pack of coyotes. How often does that happen to your average Ring doorbell user? Probably not very often.
I have herds of mule deer wandering through my property.
That isn't unexpected happening.
It's expected to me, but the cameras are like, I don't know what the hell that was, but it's a person, it's a car, it doesn't know.
They go on to say it includes facial recognition, Cohen said, of the new Ring features. It includes mobile surveillance towers that can be deployed at parking lots and other places. It includes an app store that's going to let people develop even sketchier apps for the doorbell than what the one Amazon already provides. So, okay. I don't have a Ring doorbell either. I don't got that. I can look out the window with a gun, okay?
With my gun. Like the gun goes out first.
Yeah, I put the barrel out first. Say, drop the package, sucker. And then walk away slowly. Well, this is disappointing. Do we have time for one more quick one, Gretchen?
We got one more.
Okay, here we go, people.
I just want to play guitar.
So here's a woman who working at a local business, and they had a bit of trouble during a health inspection, and then she got a little aggressive. They called the cops, and she had a very unique way of expressing her displeasure with the police being there.
Everyone protests differently.
She has a very unique way of protesting, which I would encourage maybe some of the people in Minneapolis, after they get their George Soros checks, try using this method because I think it would make the news.
Police defecated towards officers during arrest at Fort Walton Beach massage parlor.
Oh, really?
Towards. So she had to actually aim herself at the officers and let loose. A 55-year-old massage parlor employee was arrested for battery, but not before allegedly defecating towards officers. According to the Fort Walton Police Department, Fang Wang became aggressive during the routine health inspection at the Palms of Emerald Coast Massage Parlor in Beale Parkway. Sounds nice. Got a good name. Wang became...
I'm sure it's not, Mike.
Well, Wang began yelling at the Department of Health employee and attempted to force them out of the business, according to police. Police officers responded to the incident around noon. When officers stepped in to detain Fang Wang, she reportedly started defecating towards the officers to evade arrest. It probably worked for a good bit.
It's like the James Bond car and its oil slick.
Yeah, it probably worked for. It's probably very surprising.
I have to do it.
This investigation was followed up in relation to a search warrant previously served on this location when it was under the name Blue Bay Massage and Spa. Oh, I like that name better. So it was also Blue Bay Massage and Spa, New Magnolia Spa, and Classy Spa. Where Fang Wang...
Classy Spa. I like that. It was Classy Spa.
Where Fang Wang was present during each investigation, according to police. I like she's just rolling over. This business fails, rolled over. We're now Blue Bay. Bump, didn't work. Now New Magnolia Spa, Classy Spa. I love it. So Wang, if you're wondering, is being held in the Okaloosa County Jail without bond at this time. Probably crapping towards her cellmates.
Probably aiming towards anyone who comes nearby.
She's like a little porcupine.
Don't get too close.
She's like a little porcupine, putting her ass up in the air and just shooting turds everywhere.
Or pangolin.
Or pangolin, yes. Don't forget about the poor pangolin. Well, thank you, everyone, for hanging out on this Wednesday evening of episode 1356 of Our Big Dumb Mouth.
That's what I do.
Thank you, everyone. You can go to obdmpod.com or ourbigdumbmouth.com if you want to support the show. There are ways to join the Discord over there by as little as $1 a month in the Patreon. You want to, give more? Well, then you can listen to more OBDM audio way back from 2006, 2007, classic episodes. And as you listen to those episodes, you'll probably realize, the news is kind of the same. It's just a different decade.
Yeah. It's like I said last show. It's like, I already know. I'm going to go on X and it's going to be everybody hates Candace and Tucker because that's what my algos do. At least it was for a while. I think the checks ran out.
Yeah. Mine's like a lot of protest, a lot of fighting, some UFO stuff here and there. But the UFO Twitter stuff has kind of died down. Like the UFO hype train is quiet right now, but it's going to ramp up in May, I believe.
Balls.
Yes.
Boner. Balls. Boner. Balls. Boner.
May.
Just in time for Monster May. That is absolutely correct, Joe. It's right around the corner. Everyone is ready for Monster May. People are telling me on the street, hey, yo, crypto, what about Monster May? And I say, it's coming, don't worry. And hey, yo to you too. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Saturday, we'll be back. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully I'll be able to get this cold or cough, whatever sickness I have out of my system. Because it really is, it's not fun.
You're holding together good.
It is a very crafted facade. I'm going to pass out right after this. So
good for you.
Hey, yo.
You've earned it.
Yeah. And then I'll probably get woke up in the middle of the night by some page because some people just don't know how to log in. There it goes. Forget their credentials. Page Mike. Oh, boy. Well, hey, thank you, Cratchit. Thank you, Joe. Shablagoo, everyone.
Yeah, goodbye.
Keep watching the skis because they're aiming the poops at you.
David,
that is all I'm doing. Do it. Just join my team. I'll suck your dick. You can fuck me or get fucked by me. You can watch me fuck something. Just point at something in the room and I'll fuck it for you. Come on, just tell me what you want me to fuck.
Jesus Christ, McGruber.
Just tell me what you want me to fuck.
That's about all. Shablagoo. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.
Well, now you know the rest of the story.
Have you seen the movie Pinocchio?